guys. My name is Hugh. I'm a fourth year student taking software engineering. I currently work at IBM, and today I will be doing a quick talk on how to prepare you guys for your upcoming work term. So, before we get things started, I'm just going to give you guys a quick background on my history. I actually started at Ottawa U taking sciences. I did 2 years in biopharmaceutical sciences. So before even switching to software engineering, I had zero programming knowledge. I did not know a single thing about programming. I've always been very interested in it, but I had no idea where to start. And even after taking all of my first year courses, the university they taught me Java, they taught me C++, I really enjoyed it, but at the same time, I didn't really truly love it. Now, that being said, with the help of the co-op office, I was able to land a web development position for my first job, and that really truly opened up my passion for programming. And that's one of the really great things about being in co-op is that it gives you practical, up-to-date experience that you can't really learn by just taking courses at the university. Software engineering, it's a very fast-paced industry. It's constantly evolving, and you're going to need to stay up to date with the new technologies that are always being introduced. Co-op allows you to acquire those skills. Um, for example, most major companies are migrating towards a cloud infrastructure, and I don't even remember taking a single course at the university that deals with this topic. But since I was in co-op, I was able to land a job at Mitel for my second placement. And at Mitel, I was a part of the cloud platform research and development group. So through co-op, be I was able to be exposed to new OpenStack technology and certain tools that are relevant in the software industry today that you don't really learn by school. So the point that I'm trying to get across is that I know some of your first year courses might seem kind of boring at times. You might question if the stuff you're learning is really relevant to, landing an actual job, but suck it up, stick through it. The real fun and the real learning happens once you're on the job and once you're a co-op. And that's not to hate on the university's courses. They do a really good job at teaching you the theory behind programming concepts. But at the same time, you're going to need to learn practical skills. So be thankful that your program is co-op mandatory now. And trust me, as soon as you graduate, I know it's going to take 1 year longer than other programs that don't have co-op, but your resume is going to be stacked. You're going to have four different work terms on your resume. You're not going to have any problem finding a job. I'm not going to guarantee you a job, but I will guarantee that you will be a lot further ahead than other students that have zero work experience. I know a lot of graduates that finish with 9.0 CGPAs. They focus on, getting a good GPA throughout their entire university career, and they have no work experience by the time they graduate. They end up struggling finding jobs. So that was my quick plug on why Ottawa U has a fantastic co-op program. And I guess I'll move on to the topic of how I can prepare you guys for your first interview. So one of the most important things that I believe all students should do is to work on side projects. Now, this could be anything from building a website, creating an app, learning a new programming language, creating a small mini game. It doesn't have to be anything complex. One of the biggest mistakes that I made going into my first interview was not having anything to talk about outside of school. I didn't have any side projects whatsoever. I just assumed that everything the university taught me at school would be enough to land me a job. But realistically, employers, they don't really care about what you've learned in school. They care more about what you sort of do on the side. So they want to see if programming is an actual hobby for you. They want to know if you program in your spare time, and they basically want to see if you have a true passion for programming. So that's one of the best tips I feel that I can give the first year students is to take some time aside and to build some kind of side project. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I know a lot of my friends that actually built an online website that showcases their resume. So that could sort of be one of your projects on top of, you have your co-op resume, but on that resume, you can maybe toss in a link that redirects the employer to a personal website that not only shows off your credentials and work experience, but it also shows off your web development skills. So that's an idea to have as a side project. Of course, you can, if you want to build an app, if you want to, learn another programming language, that works as well. Tip number two, I recommend all students to register and sign up for a GitHub account. If you don't know what GitHub is, it's basically an online repository that allows you to store your code. It allows you to perform revisions, deal with source code management, collaborate on projects with others, and most importantly, it allows you to share your code in your projects with employers. So you can sort of think of GitHub as your second resume. Um, it allows employers to go online and actually see if the code that you write is clean, efficient, and it shows them all the cool new projects that you've also been working on. Software engineering, it's an industry where it's less about talk and more about substance. So if an employer can physically see your code and analyze your technical skills, then that greatly increases your chances of landing a job and getting hired. So if you've never heard of GitHub before, I'll post the link in the description below. But make sure to sign up for it as soon as possible and start uploading your code online. So that's my second tip would be to sign up for a GitHub account. My last tip would be to get involved in activities outside of the classroom. This can be anything ranging from joining a club, competing in hackathons, registering for programming competitions, participating in tech talks. I know there's this one site called meetup.com. Once again, I'll post it in the link in the description, or I'll post a link in the description. But Ottawa has a bunch of Ruby on Rails meetups, JavaScript meetups, etc., that happen on a weekly basis. I know it sounds kind of nerdy getting together with a group of people just to talk about programming, but trust me, you'll meet new people, you'll build connections, you'll network, and you can even get these guys to help you with your homework if you want. Just do yourself a favor, get out of the house, meet new people. Ottawa, Ottawa has a great developer community, and a lot of startups actually attend these meetups as well. So it'd be a great opportunity to meet employers and potentially get recruited. So on top of that as well, the university actually has plenty of resources for programming and software related activities as well. Currently, I'm a part of the Software Engineering Student Association, and we host weekly study sessions. We do hackathons. We've done coding competitions. We're currently working with Shopify to bring in a recruitment event to the university. We have Microsoft and Adobe representatives doing workshops. TripAdvisor wants to do a hackathon with us. We've done events with Google. During one of our last Google events, Google just sent us a bunch of Google Cardboard. It's basically, this is what it looks like, but it's cardboard that simulates virtual reality. We've been giving these out at our events, so make sure to attend them. And on top of all that, we're actually working with the co-op office to provide specialized programming mock-up interviews. So currently, the co-op office has their own mock-up interviews, which test students on basic general questions. But we're going a step ahead of that and actually testing students on technical programming questions as well. You're going to be applying for technical jobs, so expect to be tested on technical questions. Our club, we have the resources that will provide you with the ability to land whatever job that you encounter. or all the interviews that you encounter through co-op. So if you're interested in attending for a mock-up interview, if you're interested in looking up our events, or if you want to become a member of the association as well, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So, yeah, I think I'm running out of time right now. But to summarize everything, basically work on side projects, sign up and register for a GitHub account where you can store your code. And lastly, get involved in activities outside of the classroom, whether it be joining clubs, attending hackathons, or participating in tech talks. Just put yourself out there and network, meet new people.